Hello YouTube. Today I'm here to film my nose piercing experience. Basically I got this nose ring done when I was 16 years old. Yes, I was 16. Me and my cousin went to a piercing place, and basically the lady that was there, even though the age to get piercings is 18, but she was going to do it because she pierced my cousin nose, who was 18 at the time. But I was 16 at the time, and we went to the shop, and the lady that's supposed to pierce my nose was not there. So me and my cousin wind up going back to her house, because I was visiting her house for the weekend. We went back to her house, and we, I can't remember how we did it. I think we got like a needle off of like eBay, or I think she had a needle off of eBay, and we pierced this side of my nose when I was 16. Nothing happened to it though. It healed up perfectly fine. At that time, I didn't get like scarred, like keloids or hydrotropic scars. So it healed up fine. Basically, just based on not touching it. I didn't even do that. I don't think I didn't even clean it back then. I just kind of left it like that, and it healed up perfectly fine. But eventually, I think I had to do like a little job program at my school, and I had to take the nose ring out. So years later, I basically wind up getting it re-pierced again. This time at a professional shop, a tattoo shop that I got it pierced at. So I got this one pierced first. I got this one pierced first, and then second, after I got this one pierced at the shop, it developed, of course, a keloid or a hydrotropic scar. I pretty much, it was like for the first, I think 6 months, I just had to doctor on the freaking bump that I had by using, tree tea oil and sea salt. This tree tea oil, you can get it at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart. It's like $9 or $8, and sea salt, which everybody uses this stuff to heal it. Like everybody knows at this point. But sea salt and warm water, hot water, hot enough that you can stand it. But yeah, I had to use these two products on this side of my nose, of course, to take the bump away. And at some point, I just kind of was like, I went back to the shop, to the girl that did my piercing. I was like, okay, I have a nose bump. This bump is not going away. It doesn't matter what I do. I clean it. It just refuses to go away. So, just for a backup plan, because I wasn't sure if I was going to take it out because the bump was just that irritating, I got the other side of it pierced, which some people are like, that's really stupid. Like, you got a bump on this one. Why would you get the other side pierced? I got the other side pierced because I was hoping, I said, well, if this side messes up, I have this one as backup. So I got this other side of my nose pierced, and I basically wound up just keeping both of them. Even though they were done completely at different times, but I was like, oh, well, 2 nose piercings, so I'll keep it. Because by the time, basically what happened is, this one, the bump stopped appearing. After all my doctoring and working on the bump, it eventually went away. It just decided it didn't want to come back. So I was happy about that, the nose bump gone. Now this one, the nose bump decided to appear. It switched places somehow. It basically stopped appearing here, and then it started appearing on this end. For a whole year, this one had a freaking bump. Well, not consistently. The bump goes away, then it comes right back, goes away, come right back. And of course, I was using my sea salt, tree tea oil, cleaning it correctly, cleaning it 2 times a day. Sea salt, cleaning it the correct way. And no matter what I did, hydrotropic scarring, keloid, whatever you want to call it, appeared on this nose ring. Now, occasionally, it still does appear on this one. This one, I changed the jewelry. I changed it to titanium, rose gold, regular gold, and it continues to pop up. It has a day. Some days it doesn't come up, and then it will have a straight week of nose bump free. And then Like a couple of like weeks later, bump pops back up. Small bump, not big enough. It's not a huge bump. This is a very tiny one, and it decides to, hey, make an appearance. And I have to basically continue to doctor on it with my sea salt and my tree tea oil, and it eventually goes away again. But that's what I experienced with this one. Is really good. Good nose ring. This one is the bad one. But like I said, no, regardless of what I do, correct cleaning, I'm going to develop hydrotropic scarring or keloid. It's very prone. Of course, it's prone to my skin complexion, but for me, I cannot tend to escape them. In general, earrings, like, even when I get, like, a long time ago when I was, like, 14, I had my second lobe done. Eventually, my second lobe, the lobe, not even cartilage, it developed a keloid. And this when I was 14. I didn't even take care of it, probably good as I could, because I didn't really know very much back then, but it developed a keloid. It's actually still, like, on the back, not where the plug is, but next to it, like, because I don't have a second hole. It's a keloid on the back of that one. Very tiny, small. I can basically feel it. Little bump. And then I had an industrial, which was this one right here. I still have the bottom hole. The bottom hole is doing good now. But when I had both of the holes together, the industrial used to develop. The industrial was doing good at times too. And then days it like to trip out and do stuff like that. So this one developed also like a hydrotropic scar up here. So I just basically allow this one to close because it actually I didn't even allow it to close. It decided to migrate its own self straight out of my ear, the top hole. So the top hole is no longer there. I'm going to get it re-pierced once it heals back up. It's pretty healed right now, but I'm going to give it a little bit more time so, no scar tissue or nothing. That's the wrong side. For this side, a long time ago, I think this is probably when I was like 14, somewhere in junior high school. I was in 7th grade. I had my cartilage pierced up here. Like, I got it done at the mall, and I developed a hydrotropic scar, keloid, actually really a keloid right here at the top of this one that I had eventually. I had it for like, I think I had it all the way up to like 9th grade. And when I had it up to 9th grade, I pretty much had to go to a doctor. I had to go to a doctor. He had to shoot like some type of stuff that made the keloid soft, because this keloid got ridiculous. It was kind of like, it was still small, but it was like the size of the end of a eraser on a pencil. Like, that was up there. They had to shoot it with like this softening stuff to kind of soften up the keloid, because at that point it became hard. And this was due to a piercing at the top here, and eventually I had to have it surgically removed off the top of my ear, which now it is healed up fine. That was like a long time ago now, but yeah, I was afraid to get cartilage piercings from like that point on for like a long time until I just started doing it again. But back then, that's when I was like in the 9th grade, I believe, when I had it cut off. I got no more cartilage piercings, besides, bad luck with cartilage, besides, the industrial that I'm going to get redone eventually. But my other hole, like, I don't have a second hole on this one either, because it developed a keloid too when I had that one pierced when I was 14 too. I have these 3, which these are fine. This one is like a center, not all the way up the cartilage, but it's like the halfway cartilage, the 3rd one right here, which is technically really the 4th hole, because I don't have a second hole on this here neither. So this is my 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Even though that's not the correct order, because I don't have a second hole, so I counted from the 3. This is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 4, and this is the 5. It's halfway up, like in the center, middle of the cartilage. Okay. This is supposed to be about my nose. Now I'll start talking about my other ears and keloids on the ear But I was just trying to say it to get like my point across about my keloids and experiencing with my nose rings and just I probably should make my keloid experience. But I had quite a few of them, keloids and hydrotrophic scar that just developed. Like mine just seemed just unusually normal than a normal person. Like my cousins, my aunt, other people in my family that have nose piercings or other earrings and stuff like that. With tattoos, I'm completely fine. Nothing happens with my tattoos. They heal up perfectly fine, normal, all that. But with piercings, it's just different for me. My body just handle them totally different. I probably even shouldn't get them, but I just get them because I like them. But I think I started liking them when I was like I said, 14 years old, when I became kind of fascinated with it. But other folks in my family have piercings and stuff. They develop no hydrotrophic scar, and they develop none of that stuff. They can pretty much have their piercing. They don't have to clean them. They can just leave them, don't touch them, heal up fine, no problems. Me, on the other hand, a gazillion problems. My piercings are, the little ones that I have are just a work. Like, I just do it because I like having them, but other than that, not now, the lip, nothing happens there. Anything I got orally done, orally piercings don't do anything. They heal up perfectly fine to me. But the moment I start messing with cartilage, ears, even lobes in ears, well, not these ones when I got when I was a baby, the regular first holes, but anything else all tends to give me major, major problems. But, I doctor my way through those problems because I actually, I like having them. But, if you, leave in the comments below if you can tell me any advice on any ways that you get rid of your keloids, or do you just do the same bull crap of sea salt and tree tea oil? Leave it in the comments below. I'll take, advice on what do you think can make them go away forever or whatever it is. Thanks for watching. Bye.